Yo, it's me, Ninth Gym. If you've seen my shorts lately, it's been a lot of shiny hunting for every mega Pokemon so I can move those over to Pokemon Champions and have every shiny mega Pokemon. Well, this is the video of me saying yay, I did it because I got every single shiny mega Pokemon available in Legends ZA. And since this took a really long time, I just wanted to make a long form video about me yapping about these Pokemon because I just like Pokemon and I've never shiny hunted before really, so here they are. A lot of Pokemon Champions content on the way. There's going to be some educational, a lot of competitive content. It's going to be a lot less of this kind of shiny hunting stuff, but I'm still going to make some casual Pokemon videos along with it because I just love Pokemon. Anyway, that's it. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe if you are excited for Pokemon Champions content. And yeah, here's an hour of me yapping about Pokemon. We got Venusaur. It doesn't get a lot more classic than Gen 1 starters, and this is the first one. I mean, this is the first Pokemon, kind of. I got this shiny while I was hunting stuff under Area 20. I do like this shiny. I like the color of green. I usually don't really like green shinies, but this isn't really that puke green that I just don't like. I like that this guy gets a little hat, that palm leaf hat. I like the color. Got a lot of different colors going on. I think this is a pretty solid shiny. Charizard. This is one of the original insane shinies. This guy's a baller. I never actually got this guy before the DLC, but then when the DLC came out, I Hyperspace hunted these guys and I got a couple of them. I have an alpha one, I have two regular ones. I think these are both the regular ones, but yeah, they're so good. The red wings, love the red wings. On the Mega X, I love the fire. Look at the fire, dude. It's so neon. Has all these different colors in the exterior. I think it looks really good. The frosted tips on the spikes across his body and on his head, I think are great. This is another green shiny, but it does a better tint of green than the puke greens, right? But I do like this one more. But I really like this guy's wings. I think they look like tattered old dragon wings, right? Think like one of the Game of Thrones dragons that lived to be 180. It is really cool. Also, purple, probably my favorite color, and this dude does it so well. It's like such a cool shade of purple. I like this guy. He's kind of a pinhead, but I like this guy. Mom, I threw up a pose. I don't know why I posed him like this, but I did. Another purple shiny. I do like it. I don't like that I didn't get a shot from the back for the green shell. Also, look at the eyes, right? Green. They match the green shell. I don't know why they switched the eyes to red for the Mega. I don't know why this guy's so shiny too. It's like luminescent. Yeah, once again, I got this guy under Area 20 while I was hunting alpha shinies. This was just another one that I just randomly got. I got scammed online for an alpha one as well. It's definitely genned. I didn't think it was going to be genned, and it was. Whatever, that's not this one. This is a real one. I hunted this one. But I didn't really hunt it. I just got it while I was hunting alphas, but you get it. Beedrill. This is one of the puke green shinies. I don't love the puke green shinies, I'm not going to lie. But I do like this guy's bulging blue eyes. They're so blue, like it's so blue. It looks like a beautiful day outside in the eyes. Also like the silver body that this guy gets. You got the black on the stinger, and instead of just like matching with the arms, you got silver arms. It makes sense to me. This guy, of course, I got this while I was hunting the Delphox, or I guess Fennekin. I was just bench resetting, and I didn't even know there was a Kakuna spawn that I could hit too. And I got this guy. Now we're back to the Mega, and it's still the same color pattern across the board. I mean, as we've seen on a couple of these shiny Pokemon, right, in Mega Charizard, it's a dramatic change. Think Garchomp, right? Dramatic change. This guy has the exact same the whole way through. Puke green, black, silver body, bright blue eyes. I do like it. I don't love it because it's puke green. Also, look at the wings, dude. The wings are cool. I never really looked at the guy's wings before, but I don't know. They're weird. Pidgeot, once again, an El Clasico Route 1 bird, the first one. This time we got a super golden bird. I mean, this guy looks like a well done, out the oven turkey. Probably juicy. The only thing I don't really like about this guy is the fact that his color just doesn't really change the whole way throughout. He's kind of very monotone in that way. Although I can see he's got like some different color on the tips of his wings. I guess that's added points. But I really feel like that little tuft of hair that goes out forward should be a different color. Maybe even match the eyes, be red. That'd be kind of cool. But that's just the regular version. I might just like the regular more than the shiny. I caught a couple of shiny Pidgeys randomly throughout the city while doing bench resets or fast travel spams. Good old Raichu. I wish this guy was a little bit different, right? I mean, I guess it's more orange than yellow, but I still don't love this shiny. I think it should be a very different color. I wish it was. It's okay. It's only okay though. And we got Mega Raichu. I think this one's X. I might be wrong. But either way, this one, once again, this one honestly looks even closer to normal. It doesn't even really look shiny. I got this shiny one hunting it for an alpha above the cafe in the bottom right corner of the map. I don't remember exactly where it was. This was really early. It was before the DLC even came out. And of course, I caught a second one. Actually, I think this is the alpha. This one looks a little bigger. I might be wrong. I don't remember which one is the alpha. But yeah, I got this guy just in a hyperspace, a lot easier. I made a short on this guy, whatever. This one looks like a Pikachu. This one looks like a Mega Pikachu, not even a Mega Raichu, which I don't know. That's cool. I like it. I like the ears on this guy a lot. It's not really doing it for me. You know, I never really cared that much about these Megas. They're only okay. I'll say it. Green Hornet. We got the Clefairy with the green horns. Very, very subtle, but very clear once you actually look into it and look at the horns. Then we got the Choji from Naruto mix-up. Sorry for the spoiler. Choji has wings. Still have the green horns. It's more so ears now, which I don't love, but I do love the wings. I like the color, right? You go from like the pink to the yellow, the sparkles around the whole thing. This dude just looks magical. This was an early hunt that I did. I hunted it in the gazebo in the one area, and then later I got a shiny alpha one. I think this is the alpha one, but I don't remember for sure. Pink shirt Alakazam. This is a great shiny because it doesn't even change his normal self or the spoons or anything. It's just the clothes. Yeah, I got this shiny from doing the alpha overload trick under area 20 once again. You know, I got a lot of my shinies doing that because I just spammed that for hours and hours and hours on week of release when we found the alpha overload method. Anyway, yeah, here's this guy. What was it, like Zenyatta or something? Is that name wrong? I think that might be the wrong name, but that's the guy from Overwatch. Kind of reminds me of this guy. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I like how his feet clasp together and he's holding up the spoons. A similar shiny to the first one, but now he has that like ruby, like Lil Uzi Vert. Here's Victory Bell that got into its mom's makeup and just put a little bit of blue. But I do like the blue, I'm not gonna lie. And I like the leaves. It's like an autumn, right? It fully changed into a different season. I like that. The shiny Mega is weird. I think the shiny Mega is fine. The Mega itself is just a weirdo, just like a fat water balloon guy. I don't know. It's weird. I like that his face is upside down and it looks like a big smiling jolly guy. I think that's cute. I got this guy in a random hyperspace. Actually, I got this one from the Virizion hyperspace. This was my guaranteed shiny when I was shiny hunting Virizion. Slowbro is one of my favorite guys, and I love the shiny. It becomes purple, this bright purple, and the back is this like very brown color, tan color maybe even like a shade of red. It's just a really good shiny. This one is one of my favorite Pokemon. I don't really know why, but I love the Mega. He becomes a weirdo that just stands on his tail and like, psychic holds himself up. I don't know, it's just like, he looks like he's not having a good time, and I resonate with that. I got this shiny doing the runaway method for the alpha in the overworld. I think it's in one of the areas. I don't remember where. This was a while ago, but I do like this guy a lot. Fun fact, this was the only guy that I shiny hunted in Let's Go Pikachu. Gengar lame shiny. A lot of people probably couldn't even tell this guy was shiny. You'll be able to tell when it's Mega. In this game, I made a big deal about this guy in one of the restricted formats. The first one was Xerneas and stuff. I thought that this guy was a great answer to all of those Pokemon, so I just like this guy in the game. Fan favorite Mega shiny variants. It fully changes it up. I love it. S tier, almost a rose gold. It looks really good. It's like one of those first iPhones that came out in 2010 where they made it rose gold and everybody made a huge deal about it. It looks like that. I just hunted for this guy by fast traveling at the graveyard. A simple hunt. Kangaskhan is just a cool guy. I remember back way forever ago in the anime, the Kangaskhan Kid episode. I loved that episode. So I like Kangaskhan. And I think it has a great color palette here with the silver overall and the green head smasher. And I love the Mega. A lot of people don't love the Mega because it terrorized VGC for a long time. But I love this Mega, especially with the shiny little pink kid. Dude is growing up. I mean, look at him here. He's as big as me. This is an alpha Kangaskhan, so he's huge. Yeah, I actually traded a dude on Facebook for this guy. And then I ended up getting one in Area 20 alpha overloading anyway. But yeah, this one came from dude on Facebook. Next, we got the Starmie, and this is one of my favorite regular shinies probably ever. I love that they fully changed the gem. It's a sapphire, and the red outline with the blue different shade body. I just think this is an incredible design for a shiny. I don't know why, but I kind of want to like eat the gem. That sounds insane and a little psychopathic, but I don't know why. I would eat it. But as far as the Mega goes, I don't know. I'm mixed. I think it's really funny, right? It's just a really funny looking thing. I love the color palette, but dude, the legs, I can't get past the legs. It's insane. I mean, it really is just a crazy design. Pinsir is such a good shiny. This color palette change is insane. I think the blue to the gold is great. And then it mega evolves and this dude turns into a Digimon, and it's a monster. I mean, this is literally a monster. I love the wings coming out, the green and red. You got the blue, the yellow, gold. You got the green cage eyes. Like, this dude looks insane. He's so menacing. And then the horns. But yeah, I made a short about catching this guy. It was just in a hyperspace. It was just a very simple hyperspace catch. We want to talk about classic. You can't not talk about shiny Gyarados. Red Gyarados is like probably almost everybody's first encounter at a shiny Pokemon. Gyarados is also like the most reliable Pokemon in every Nuzlocke and honestly every base game. If you ever want a good Pokemon, just slap a Gyarados on your team. And then we go into Mega Gyarados. I don't know why this dude's trying to eat my head, but whatever. Great shiny, fully swap palettes from blue to red. It's great. I mean, S tier. Aerodactyl is really good swap as well. It goes from that gray, clearly a fossil. Also, the interior of the wings being that like blue color, it just contrasts to the pink really good in my opinion. Sorry that this is such a bad angle for the Mega. It's just a big guy and he's in the air. See, I was hating on the idle animation being flying, but really that was just like suspended in the air. This guy's actually flapping his wings. I think this is a lot better. And just like a ton of Pokemon in this video, I got this from a hyperspace. It's almost like that's the most broken shiny hunting method I've ever seen. Puke Green. It's always the Puke Green ones, dude. Dragonite, you are so cool. You had all this potential. And you get Puke Green? I do like the interior wings though, the red. But it was all fixed, all forgiven with Mega Dragonite. I personally didn't love this design when I very first saw it, back before Legend ZA even came out. I just don't like the big dopey wings on the top of his head, but I like the little horn, and I like the pink eyes, the purple eyes. Matches the wings, huh? Little thing you notice. And obviously, it has the Dragonair color palette back. I think this is a great shiny, and I'm a Mega Dragonite fan now. This guy I got in a couple of different ways. First off, I did the walkaway method right here. I think everybody did this the first time. But then I got another one during that duplication alpha overload method. I made a short on that one, but don't try that method because it's patched out now. Meganium is another just pretty good one. It does kind of do that whole changing seasons thing where the flowers, different color. Stems, different color. And then we have Mega Meganium. The shiny version just is not very different at all. But I am a fan of the Mega design. I like how the stems curl, and I like the altering colors of the flowers. We go from red, pink, slightly pinker pink into white. I also got this one in Area 20 while hunting for alphas with the overload method. This Feraligatr is great. I mean, if I was doing tier list right now, I'd probably put this in S tier too. I just really like this light blue color with the dark blue spikes. I think it's a great color palette. I think it's great all the way around. Then we've got the Mega, and once again, just an S tier shiny. You got a couple more colors in the color palette, right? The darker blue on the body, and even the shoulder pad, the one is darker than the ones on the side, the spikes. And his hood, I mean, it's not really a hood, it's supposed to be a big jaw, but here it just looks like a hood. I like the blue color. It's the same as the spikes on the top, which is okay, because there's still a ton of different colors. Also, peep that the toes changed, right? Dude got a nail job. Here's Ampharos, and what a great shiny it is. Pink with the gems. This dude is dripped out head to toe with the gems on the tail and on the top. And then when we go Mega, you still have that same color pattern. Goes the whole way through. The ears change. Now they're like these little balls. They turn into the orbs. Everybody hates on the hair. Whatever. I get it. I think it's one of those very simplistic changes, that just gives it a completely different thing. Also, this guy gets a different typing. He becomes a dragon. I mean, come on, right? That's cool. Gold Steelix. This is one of those great color palette changes that just makes sense as a shiny. What are we going from steel to anything else for? If we're looking for a straight upgrade, gold. And the Mega is so cool, man. What is this, like the sandstorm particle effect going around it? Is nice. It's nice. It gets that crazy wide strong jaw. And this is one of the Pokemon that I like, that it's the same color the whole way through, because it is that element. It's not an element. I forget. A mineral. Minerals. Also, I got this as my guaranteed shiny when I was hunting Cobalion, so it's just a nice shiny to me. Added to the list of green shinies, and this one is kind of that puke green color, but I feel like it's good. It changes to the Scyther color palette, which makes a lot of sense, right? You go from green to red? Why? One thing I really do like is that its body, the shoulder pads, the necklace, the little crown on it, is the shiny Scyther color. And then the rest of it is that metal coating, and that is the regular Scyther color. I just think it works really well. Pink Heracross. This is such a good one. Also, of course, if you get a shiny Heracross, try to get a female one. I know you can't really pick, but you know, try to get it because the heart, it's a pink Pokemon. It just makes sense to have the heart as that antenna. Honestly, a cheat code, Game Freak. Hey, pay me for this idea, okay? Whenever you can't figure out how to make a good shiny, just make it pink. And we got the Mega one, and I love the additional color palette add, right? I said additional add. I think the red on its faceplate is great. I looked up there because I was gonna compare it to Don Chinjiao from One Piece. But yeah, this guy pinheads like crazy. It's like the Charizard, but way worse. I got this dude in a hyperspace. I made a short about it. You should watch it. At first glance, Skarmory, the shiny is not great. I think it looks kind of older, like a rustic steel. It doesn't look as sleek. And of course, obviously, right, they made it steel. They made it a good color. This is more like a bronze. It's not really bronze. Copper? I don't know my minerals. But when we get to Mega Skarmory, everything just gets better, right? We still have the same color palette. We get the red eyes instead, and that light green, that lime green coming out of its helmet. I think this just works really well. Also, it's just cooler, right? It has skis, it's bigger, it just looks scarier. The tail is cool, it's like a boomerang tail. I caught a regular Skarmory while hunting for it from walkaway method at the place with a bunch of Pyroars. But I also got a shiny alpha in area 20 when doing overload shiny alpha hunting. Blue Houndoom, dude, this one is such a good shiny, that bright blue. Bright blue. I think I just got this guy in a hyperspace too. Actually, no, I got 1 billion of this guy in a hyperspace. If you haven't watched that video, you should. This is a huge upgrade from the regular one. The regular one is great. This one has this blue to red, this really cool disparity between the blue and the red body, the underbelly, and the face. It's like a muzzle, but it's red. It's not a muzzle, it's just there. Also, it matches the eyes. You get the demon tail and the demon horns. I mean, this is just a menacing guy. This is a great shiny. I would definitely call this an S tier shiny Mega. I like Tyranitar coming right after the Houndoom just because of the Celebi movie, Pokemon Forever. I love that movie. Tyranitar, not very different except for the purple belly. I like the purple belly. And then we go into Mega, and it has this texture on it. And I don't know what that's about. Can you see that? Because it almost has scales. And I don't know if that's just like a texture thing in Pokemon Legends ZA or if that's normal, but this guy just looks glossy, and I don't know why. The shiny itself is not super different, which it makes it lose a little bit of points, but I still think it's a good designed Mega. I shiny hunted Larvitar on a random rooftop with walkaway method. It was really easy. Okay, so you know how I said, here's a cheat code, just make it pink? I changed my mind to just make it this sky blue color. I think this is one of the best colors to put on a shiny Pokemon, and I love the eyes and the back, the little balls on his back, the red stuff. The blue to the red ratio is great, and it's just cut with this like orangish yellow tan color of his jaw and the little band on his belly. The Mega is not different, and that's perfect because I love that. Although I lied, it is different. The balls on his back actually change as they go down, and they go from this yellow to this orange to this red color. And then you have the red on the tip, and it's like a tree. The whole tail is a tree tip, like a pine tree. This is such a good shiny. This is such a good shiny, dude. Shiny Mega Sceptile for president. I love this guy. He's so cool. I hunted this guy in Hyperspace. I wanted a shiny Alpha Sceptile. The next one is Blaziken, and I didn't have Blaziken Knight, so I had to go and do ranked battles. So I just whipped out this random Rayquaza team I had from last season, and I got 2 10 bombs in a row. I destroyed everything with this team, this Rayquaza team. Anyway, after I got that done, here's the shiny Blaziken. This is a good one. It's not super different. It's a really subtle change, but I do really like that dark red of the face to the white mane. I think it looks really good. This was one of the first Hyperspace hunts I did, and I did it before I even had shiny powered donuts. I just fast travel spammed and got it. And then we go into Mega, and it kind of just looks like a cooked chicken. I don't love that his whole palette is very honed into the red-orange color. This is a fine shiny Mega. I don't love it, but it's definitely okay. But it is a great design for the Mega. It's just a cool looking dude. Make it pink. That's all you have to do. This is an outrageously good shiny. Also, the pink to orange, it's really good. This is a really good shiny. And the Mega is the exact same color palette, I think, to a T. I think it's the exact same color palette, which is fine. I would like it to change a little bit, but when I call it an S tier shiny and then don't like that it changes, that'd be crazy. So I love this shiny. Although, to be honest, I don't love this Mega that much. It's kind of bulky and weird looking, but I like the guy. Swampert's one of my favorite guys. That's another one of my favorite Pokemon. So I just love this guy. This is the non-alpha shiny that I got in a Hyperspace, but I also hunted an alpha shiny in a Hyperspace. That one's just staying on Legend ZA. Gardevoir is a great shiny. Obviously, they changed to that very nice light blue, and the orange, blue-orange is complementary colors, and it matches with the eyes and the little thing. I shiny hunted this guy at a bench, and then I had to like jump down and catch it, and it was an awful shiny to get. And then I got like 7 of them in Area 20. Anyway, here's the Mega. I love this one as well. It switches to a black dress instead with the same great color palette as well, the orange to the blue. I mean, S tier shiny. What do you want me to say? Look at this little guy and admire this little guy because this is my favorite Pokemon. And I love the shiny version of this guy. I got a bunch of them in this game. I got a handful of them. When I did the how many shinies can I get in one donut video, but I also have an alpha one. And I also got one as a Christmas present a couple years ago from my brother. Shout out Kira Cloud. Here's this guy, Mega. I love that the gem fully changes. The palette shifts to orange. It's the same color palette as the regular, which I usually don't love, but I love this guy and I love his original color palette as well. So it's okay. He gets the pass. Shiny Mawile is pretty good as well. I like the pink hair biter thing, right? It's like a fly trap guy. I like that it turns pink. And then speaking of a great color palette, it adds new levels to this color palette with this purple dress skirt. Mawile. Funny story, if you haven't watched my Garchomp video, well, now's your time to watch my Garchomp video. It involved hunting this thing for like 8 hours. And I did. And I got 3 of them because the guy needed specifically a male one. So this is one of those female reject shiny alphas. It's okay. I still love you, women. Now this is an interesting shiny. I love this one. It's really good, by the way. The blue color is great. It's not the same light blue that I've been glazing this whole time, but it's like a turquoise green blue that I think is really good. Also, look at the red eyes. I just think that's a really good splash of color. I think this is a great Mega, a great shiny Mega. I don't love the Mega because it's kind of just like a bulkier version of himself, but that's okay. It's a steel Pokemon, and it makes sense to just put on more armor. I think this is the alpha one that I got under Area 20, but I also got like a ton of Arons hunting for a shiny Tinkaton. This might be one of those. I don't remember. Blue Medicham. This is another one that went into its mom's purse and grabbed some weird blue lipstick and put it on. But I think the blue, the yellow, it makes sense. This dude's kind of a Swedish flag, but that's okay. Once again, similar color palette to the original, but this time we get some of those green blues mixed in, right? Look at the little water droplet ornaments around the pants. You've got the eyes, I think, changed colors. Maybe I wasn't paying attention that much. And then the bands and the yellow, it's kind of a different body color than the last one. I got this shiny while I was hunting for a shiny alpha Ampharos. I got it really early. and it's just here, you know, I got a couple of them actually. I love this color change for the Manectric, and also it got to keep the blue eyes. It didn't have blue eyes. It keeps the blue color from its regular body and put it in the eyes. Other than that, we got this gray and yellow color palette. This is another one that I got pretty recently actually, and I made a short about it. So if you really want to know, it's from that. I got it in Hyperspace, whatever. But here's the Mega. I don't love that it went to red eyes from the blue eyes, because I really thought the blue was great, but look at the nails. The nails changed to a red that's close to the main eye color too. Other than that, palette's the same. Although I will say that I think the nails is a nice touch. But I wish it kept the blue eyes. Purple Sharpedo, I like the purple, I like the red eyes. This is a really good shiny, and I got this guy actually while trying to bench reset for Tynamo. And then this dude just popped out, and I was like, okay, that's cool, I'll take it. Mega Sharpedo has the same color palette, I believe. Instead of just being the little star, I like the pinstripes across the fins or the top and bottom, and the little goatee that he's got. I think that's cute. He's also got it through the eyes, and the eyes stayed the same red, which is good because red is a menacing color. It's a shark. Like, that guy should be scary, right? I think this is a really good shiny. I'm not gonna lie, this would probably be an S tier shiny if I was ranking. Charcoal? Maybe? Is that the color? It's like a gray-black charcoal Camerupt. It's a good color. I think it's good. Also, the rocks on the back, I just think they work. Then we go to the Mega one, and why is this guy now taken over by Majin Buu? What's the M for? Why has he just got an M there? I think that's kind of weird. Mega? Majin Buu? Anyway, this is an alright Mega Shiny. I mean, I don't think it really, like, does anything too crazy for me. I think it is a cool color. It's like this dark purple, almost gray color. And once again, you got the neon crazy stuff around the fire, which I think is cool. I'm now realizing that's definitely just a Legends ZA thing, but either way, I like it. Altaria, added to the long list of very mediocre shinies. I don't really love the yellow. I don't think it does much for it. Also, it just has those two colors. It's yellow and white. I think it's kind of lame. This is the alpha one that I got in Area 20, but I also got a bunch of Swablues while doing a Fennekin bench resetting. Even though I don't love the shiny, I do love the Mega for this guy. Yes, it's very monotone. Yes, it's just the two colors, but I still just think it's cool. Fluffy white coat. I just think it looks really good. Like, this is a Mega that I just really like. Although I will say, I think I like the blue more than this yellow orange color. Maybe that's just me. Bayonet is a great shiny. I mean, obviously, you know, I love this blue, this shade of blue. Also, you got the yellow tuft as a tail and the gold zipper. Those look like two different colors to me. Maybe I'm not able to see the difference, but I think those are different colors. And then we go into Mega form, and it just unzips, and it still has that same pink flesh that the eyes are. It makes it really feel like a ghost, right? Because it is one. But it makes it feel like a ghost wearing stitched up clothes, which is exactly the theme that it's going for. I love the pink to the blue to the gold zippers. This dude just looks so cool. This would be an S tier shiny. Chimecho. This is another one that's like not puke green, but it's not the best green. It kind of looks like a melon. You got the green from the honeydew and the yellow from the cantaloupe. I don't know, this is a melon guy. This one I got recently doing the shorts, so I just got it in a Hyperspace. But here's the Mega, and I actually do love the Mega design. The colors are still the same, but there's a lot of different shades of these colors. Actually, all three on the bottom left and on the bottom right, they mirror each other. Those are all different colors. I think this is a good one. Also, I love the design with all the little Chimecho totems. Absol is another one of my favorite Pokemon, probably hits my top 10 favorite Pokemon ever. I just love that it shows the impending doom, and it kind of gets an all-star role in every single Pokemon movie because calamity is about to happen. As far as the shiny goes, I do really like this shiny. I think the red works really well. The face and the little thing above its face. And then we have the first Mega form. I don't really love this form. I do like this Mega. I think it looks cool, but in this game, the face is a little too human and weird to me. It kind of looks like he's wearing a human face. I think that's weird. But I do like the color of the eyes. I got these guys in Hyperspace. I also got my first one in Area 20 when I was hunting alphas. Mega Absol Z. This form is insane. You have the same green eyes, the red face, but the blue tip wings. And on the black exterior, So good. Then we got Glalie, and I think the biggest change is just the color of his eyes, which is good. That red orange, that deep orange, dude looks a lot more menacing. This is another hunt I did pretty recently. I made a short about it. It was just in a hyperspace, very easy hunt. The mega version kept it simple as well, just keeping the eye change, but I like it. I think just the eye color difference is a subtle enough twist that adds a pretty good amount of color to the final product. It's just a floating head. It kind of reminds me of the entities in the Langoliers, that old Stephen King show. If you get that one, cool. If not, I spoiled it. Sorry. I don't know why they do this for the dragons. They did this for Dragonite. They did this for this guy. They just make it green. I don't really love the green ones. This is that puke green shade that I don't really like, but I do like the red on it. It stays the same in its mega version where it says the green in the red, but the green kind of becomes less predominant of a color, where the red, because just the wings are so big and red. And also from this angle, that underbelly is red. Or I guess the under neck. Yeah, this one's not bad. It gets that also additional spark of color with the purple. I got this guy doing bench method for Fennekin. Metagross, oh Metagross, this is such a great shiny, turning it into that silver color instead of its gray, normal steel typing. And the yellow claws that match its little X. I think this is an insanely good shiny. And of course, we're looking at the Mega as well, and I love that they change the X on its face. They change it to blue instead of the yellow. It just adds another spark of color. This guy's Alpha. Actually, I think this guy's not Alpha, but he's huge either way, so I had to back it up for this guy anyway. I got this guy in the Lysander Labs. Of course, like everybody else, just press A on the teleporters. But then I also ended up with a bunch of them through Hyperspace. Latias is such a great shiny, that green-yellow. It's something that I don't usually love, that puke green, but it's not abrasive, and it's also just only in the little triangle and his eyes. I love this shiny. I also love the Latios shiny. I think the Latios shiny is actually better. These guys were some of the first, actually just the first legendaries I've ever shiny hunted, as well as the trio in this game that you can also hunt, Cobalion, Virizion, Terrakion. Anyway, here's the Mega. Turns into that green color instead of the yellow. So this is one of those classic great swaps where it actually changes the color palette by evolving it, by Mega evolving it. It switches the overarching green and just completely throws out the yellow. I do think this one's good. I don't think it's as good as the other one. Speaking of the other one, here is this guy. We have the orange eyes matching the triangle as well, and the overarching green color. It is a better green than the bad greens. It's not puke green. And then when we Mega, it's practically the same. Okay, now that I actually am looking at them side by side, I can tell the difference, and it's the eye color. And that is it, I believe. Unless maybe the little triangle. I don't know. It's the eyes though. Then we got another Route 1 bird, and I guess this is actually Route like 401 because it's the Sinnoh. This is a pretty cool shiny. It gets that new tuft of hair color, that blue. Also, the whole thing is like a little bit brighter. Actually kind of just looks like a turkey with a blue little tuft of hair. And the more that I say it looks like a turkey, I'm realizing that maybe I don't know what a turkey really looks like. But anyway, when this guy Mega evolves, it starts to look like a dude you'd meet at Hot Topic named Drave. Still pretty cool, but I don't know. A little weird. Also, why does he get a cape? I kind of like it. I like the ancient markings on its arms. It kind of looks like Mewtwo's Pokemon from the first movie. I caught this Alpha Staraptor in a Hyperspace. Yeah. Get your Joker comments out of the way now. This is a really good shiny though. The pink looks really good. It matches the eyes. It's a cool Pokemon. I actually hunted for this in a Hyperspace and didn't get one from the Fennekin bench resetting. But here's the Mega, and it keeps the same color palette except for the changed black on the legs and around the neck, which I think is a good additional spark of color. Also, it kind of looks like the eye color changed, but it's also doing that neon thing that Legend ZA does with Megas, so I can't fully tell. But yeah, really good shiny. The next one is Garchomp, and at this point in time, the only way to get the Garchomp Z is by doing this mystery gift. So I got the mystery gift, and then I went and destroyed Garchomp Z and got the Garchompite Z. Here's regular Garchomp, and I do have a ton of these guys, a bunch of these alpha, because if you watch my Garchomp story video, well, you'd know why I have a bunch of them. But yeah, this is an alpha 1. He's big. He's cool. Not a very different color palette, and honestly one of the weaker shinies in general. Although when we go Mega, it is completely different. It becomes this giant pink-purple amalgamation, probably the best Mega shiny. You know I love my purples and pinks on Pokemon, and this is a crazy shiny. Then we have the new one, the Garchompite Z. and wow, what a difference. I do like the red to the yellow and the regular color land shark all around. I like that they swapped the color palette, because if they just made it pink, I don't know, maybe it'd be like they're copping stees, but I still think this is pretty cool, but a lot worse. Lucario is a very clear difference. I like the blue to the yellow. The blue body I think is a great color because the rest is just that steel dark color all around it. You have yellow, red, black, and blue and white. This is a great shiny. And then you have the Mega and it gets this red that is the color of the eyes on the paws. I think this is an incredible shiny as well. Also, dude's dripped out. He has like these chain bracers on his shoulders. It's a great color palette the whole way across. And they kept it the same, but added different sparkles of color around it, like adding the red color to more than just the eyes. This is a great shiny. I got both of these Lucarios from Hyperspace. Then we have the new one, and this guy looks really cool. I like the purple, the blue, the teal. I like the silver little crest on his chest, and you have the blue eyes. A lot of great colors. I don't like it quite as much as the other one, but I like it a lot. Like, it's still a very high tier shiny. Now we got Abomasnow, and I think this is a huge upgrade to the original color palette. That blue color instead of the green is great. I got this guy in like 20 minutes bench resetting in the area with the snow guys. And then we have the Mega version, and it keeps it very simple. It just evolves and gets a lot bigger and bulkier, but it still keeps the same color palette. The pink eyes, the blue exterior at the same places, but intermittent between that icicle back. I don't love the design. I don't love the Pokemon that much in general, but I think it does a good job at what it is supposed to be. The Abominable Snowman. It is just a giant, scary ice beast. And I think the blue makes it a lot cooler of an ice Pokemon. It kind of looks like not even a grass Pokemon anymore, but it is. Gallade is once again a pretty simple change. Instead of that green color, it becomes blue. I think blue is just a better color on Pokemon than green is. Also, we have the orange spike and eye color instead of that red-ish color. I just think it pops way better. Orange and blue are great colors to complement each other. And then when we go into Mega, we lose a bit of the coloring, but we still have all the coloring. It's just sparse throughout. Also, it gets the cape, and I don't know if the cape is a different color. I think it is. It's like silver instead of like a greenish color. I hunted for this Alpha Gallade in a Hyperspace because it's a surprisingly good Pokemon in the Legends ZA ranked. The ice Pokemon are really great at having very subtle changes, and this one is a very good subtle change. It still has the purple head, but it has this pink band instead now. And then when it evolves, I love the Mega Evolution for Frostlass. It keeps the pink band, which I think is good. And I love this design. I think it's a really, really good design. This is the shiny Alpha Frostlass that I got in Area 20. Can't say I'm a huge fan of Emboar, but I do really like this shiny. Of course, the blue, I think blue flame is just really cool. And you have the blue nose. It's a darker blue than the rest of the colors on it. Also, you have the blue eyes. I just feel like the blue to orange looks good on everything. And then we switch to Mega, and it loses a lot of that orange, but it makes sense because now it's a fully armored up guy, but with flame armor and a flame staff. I mean, they really cooked with this Mega design, and having the orange face to the blue eyes, the blue nose, the blue flame with black all over and the white claws, it really works. I think it's a really good change, and it's just a really good shiny Mega. This is another guy I got accidentally in Area 20. Not really accidentally, because that was a great extra thing to get is shiny starters, but yeah, I got this guy in Area 20. Excadrill is a really cool Pokemon. It honestly is a great guy. I love the Sandstorm Sandrush stuff with like Tyranitar Excadrill. One of my favorite VGC cores of all time. And this shiny does not disappoint. That maroon, that deep, deep red, and that blue color, the light blue, I think they work really well, especially with the metal silver on the claws and the drill. Then we have the Mega, and it works the same way. It has the exact same color scheme, which is not always the best thing, but here it's great because I think it works so well. Of course, I got this guy doing the walk away method on a rooftop near its area. That was a short I did on YouTube if you're curious. But I wanted to mention this drill. I like how the spiral goes from that blue color to the red, and it has a color in between of the transition color. I'm not a huge fan of flesh clothes or just like painted on looking clothes on a Pokemon. I think it's kind of weird. It just looks like a cardigan. And the Mega Shiny is weird. It loses the spray on clothes and it gets an actual just jacket over it, which I think looks better. Also, I like the Mega design. The ears look like wings, very fairy-like, which is good. And the eyes, they look so sincere. I don't know why. They just do. I think I got this while I was hunting for EVs in Area 10. I think it's Area 10. I might be wrong. But I just did fast travel. That was a while ago. Scolipede has an incredible color scheme. I think it's the same as Excadrill. If not, it's very, very close. Actually, the red is not quite as deep. It's more of like, it's more aggressive of a red here, which I really like. And I like the horns and the tail, the way that it's zebras with the red and the blue. Turquoise, maybe. The underbelly really lets it kind of just like fade in, but also the different green on the legs, great shiny. And then when we Mega Evolve, we have all these same colors, but a lot more. Look at the eyes, they're purple and green now instead. You have the green to black on the horns and the tail, which is different from the body this time, which I think is really cool. It gets more armor, and it's like this toxic armor, so it's purple. And you just have a crazy mesh of colors here. And this is, I think, an S tier shiny Mega. This is such a good shiny Mega. I got this shiny Alpha in Area 20, like most of my shiny Alpha Pokemon. Scrafty is another Pokemon I just really like. It has green, but when we go Mega, we switch to purple. And you guys know I like purple. He has a purple hoodie, he has purple pants. The dude is just dripped out and is pocket handing. I think this guy is sweet. This is another one that I got in Area 20 by just grinding out the shiny alphas. That was such a broken method at first, and it was my first like method that was kind of random, so it was kind of like, what am I gonna get? Electros is a Pokemon I really liked in a previous competitive season for not VGC, for Legends ZA, but it is a puke green guy, but I still think it works pretty well with the yellow and the red eyes. But when we Mega Evolve is really where it truly unlocks. I don't love puke green guys, but I think this one works a lot better than a lot of the puke green. Also on the Mega, I really like the alternating plus and minus on the sides, and I like this swimming idle animation. Usually I don't like these kind of things, but this guy, I think it just works, and I don't really have the explanation for why. My friend Corbin gave me this one. I think I traded him a shiny alpha Arctibax because I caught like 4 of those in one Hyperspace. Chandelure is another Pokemon that I never really used competitively until Legends ZA, like Electros, but this is a great shiny. It really is just a great shiny. Usually I'd like those different colored flames, but on this Pokemon, turning the flames into a normal flame color think works so well. Here's the Mega. What's with the eyes? Is it green and red? I never noticed that until right now. That might be a lighting thing in this game. This is a really good Mega though. This is another shiny alpha that I got in Area 20, and I wasn't very excited for this guy, but then when I found out it's actually very strong in PvP, I liked it and I used it a lot. Never been a big fan of Golurk. Now I do really like the Mega Shiny here, but the regular one is not super crazy. The palette doesn't change a lot, but I do like how bright the yellow is with the bandage over it. But when we go Mega version, the dude just looks crazy. It's also kind of like wings. I think this is a really cool shiny Mega. I also made a short about this one. I actually got 2 different guys in one Hyperspace that I was hunting. I like it when shiny Pokemon aren't incredibly different. They're kind of just subtly changed, and this is a great example of this. This is just all the same colors, but deepened. Slightly darker green, a slightly darker shell outer, all the reds, and look at this Mega. There are so many colors on this Mega. You can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so many colors. I think this is a really, really good shiny Mega. Also, this was a crazy shiny hunt. It was before the Hyperspaces where it became very easy to hunt this Pokemon. I got it in the area where you alpha overload it by making too many spawn points for there to only be Diggersby, so you'd have a guaranteed shot at a Chestnut. That was a wild time. Delphox has a great shiny. I'm not a huge fan of this Pokemon in general, but I think the shiny is great. The purple dress, the red ears that also match the eyes, the nose, and the little parts of the dress. Here's the Mega, and it has all the same colors, which is completely okay because I just was glazing it, and I just love this Mega in general. Flying on the staff with all those little staff brooms on the side too. Also, I like that orange reddish color, instead of just being on the sides of the dress, is now in the middle, and it fades into that really cool purple color. You guys know I hunted for this guy a lot trying to get an alpha one, and then my friend just gave me an alpha one because he got like 4 of them. I think they just copied the Charizard method for Greninja, where they just made it that dark color. But this one does a really good job at doing that because it has that blue shurikens on the legs and also the bright red tongue and the whole black with the white little things on the arms and legs. I think this is, once again, an S tier shiny. And then when we go mega, it gets the blue water shuriken, the blue on the head, but still all the same other good colors. This is a great shiny mega. I hunted for this guy in a hyperspace. I caught it in a moon ball, and I love him. I also have a couple other ones that I like a little bit less. Pyroar is an okay shiny. I do like the amount of colors, the different red that the eyes are to the red mane. Also, you have the yellow, the red, the green, the 2 different shades of green. I think maybe the feet are maybe a tan. They look kind of green to me. Here's the mega, and it loses the red. It still has the red eyes, but it loses the red in change for, I guess, the white. So it has white and yellow mane. I don't love this mega. It's like the kanji for fire or something like that. I just don't think it works as well as it should. This dude is like 3 of my character. It's crazy. Maybe 2.5. A lot of that's hair, but still, he's huge. I got this while hunting Skarmory. Here's me forgetting that Meowstic is different for male and female. Here's this one, and I think my favorite part of it is the eyes, the red and yellow, but I think that's normal actually on this Pokemon. So the only real difference is instead of blue hair and scarf and bottoms of feet and legs being blue, they're yellow. And then here we have the Mega, and I really like the Mega eyes on the top being the blue color, light blue color. Also the eyes being different, like we have green and yellow. But yeah, this is a pretty cool one. And I like just the mega in general here. It's very psychic. It's very scary. Like the dude's actually kind of a G. This was a recent hunt I did. I actually made a short on hunting this guy. Oh, Malamar. This was my first shiny in this game. I actually got it as a shiny alpha in Area 20 when I wasn't even shiny hunting. I was very excited for it, and now I have a full box of this guy shiny from doing Area 20 grinding. Regardless, I do like this shiny. I like the beak being that color. And then here we have the Mega. It looks like a weird Pixar supervillain, but overall, I don't think this is the best design, and also, it doesn't have a great color scheme. I do really like the beak though. Barbaracle has a great shiny. Of course, it has a lot of different colors. You know I love that. It has the pink shining through, and the green, and it doesn't make the green look terrible. And then we have the Mega, and this dude also kind of looks like a Pixar supervillain, but in like a Monsters vs. Aliens way. And I love the pink, and I like that the color scheme is the same, but there's so much going on that it doesn't feel like the same, right? Maybe that's just me. This was once again a hunt that I did pretty recently. I made a short about it. I got it in a hyperspace. Dragalge is similar to Malamar in the sense where I got a billion of them from doing Area 20 shiny hunting. I like the green on it because it's actually algae, like Dragalge. The Mega looks crazy, and I actually really like it. It has a lot going on, but I think in a good way. There's a lot of colors going on. You got the blue, the green, the yellow, the purple, the blue. It's just a lot going on, and I think it does it really well. Hawlucha is another insane shiny. Once again, a ton of colors. A lot of those same good colors that the Dragalge had, the green, the yellow, the blue, the purple, the red, the deep red of the belly. This has so much going on, and also just such a great color palette the whole way through. This is an S tier shiny. And then we go Mega, and we have all the same colors, but even more, and also just so much more going on. The bandana behind it, the giant shoulder pad vest, it's so good, dude. Every single color on here is good and works together, and there's so many. I don't know how they balance this guy with this many colors, and it still looks so cohesive. This is, I don't know if this is the alpha one that I got, but I got an alpha one in Area 20, but I also got a couple of regular shiny ones hunting something in a hyperspace. I don't remember what it was, but I got a couple of them there. Crabominable is a Pokemon that I didn't really care that much about, but now that I think about it, it kind of reminds me of Kuma because of the paws and the paw fruit. And I guess anything with the pads of paws, like a dog or anything, would also remind me of Kuma in that sense. But this guy is like, he's flaunting him, you know? This is a really good color scheme, the red, the purple, and the look of the belly, right, where it like zebras a little bit. And then we go into the Mega, and we have all the same colors, which is not always the best thing, but I think it works here pretty well. This dude looks like he lost all sense of self. He goes from this like dopey, goofy crab guy into this like spawn of Satan evil guy. I don't know. It also kind of has like a masquerade mask on. I also really like the tendrils, the tip of the tendrils being orange. It's a nice splash of that color because you don't see that a lot. Also, it looks like the ones on the back are like a different color of orange. Just like a lot of other guys here, I caught this guy in a hyperspace. I made a short about it. Watch my shorts. I like the red and blue of the Galissapod. Also like the grayish teal color of the claws and those little things, the spikes next to his face. I think this is a pretty good shiny. Also the silver, it's just a good shiny in general. And then we get the Mega, and it keeps the exact same color palette, which is good here. But I do like the eyes, kind of like that Oshi no Ko eyes, which I think is kind of cool. I caught a bunch of these in a hyperspace. I have an alpha one, but that one's going to stay on Legends EA, so this is the regular one. Jampa has a pretty good regular shiny here. The orange to yellow from the back to the belly, I think is solid. But honestly, this guy awakens when he Mega evolves. I think they cooked so insane with this Mega shiny. Also, I just love the color scheme for the shiny, but the Mega itself is so good. It's an enraged dragon that has the mustache going up. You have the clouds on the back looking like it's on a nimbus, and the way that they fade from that black to the gray as they go out, I think works really well. The black, the yellow, the different two yellows as the neck and the back. I just think they cooked so good with this design. I don't even remember where I got this shiny. Here's Phalanx, and this is the alpha one that I got under Area 20. I like him. The brown to the yellow. I like the blue eyes, the spikes on the side. This guy is just a funny guy, you know, silly little guys. And then the Mega Phalanx is just the same, but Power Rangered together. I like the little guy in the middle. He's struggling, but he's doing his best. Phalanx in general just really reminds me of just a regular Super Mario Odyssey enemy. But then this one is like a mini boss of the same guy, but they just come together and get a little bit stronger, and you have to jump on his head 3 times after he like rams into you or something. Scovillain is a great shiny. You have the green and the red head with the orange tongues, the same colors, also kind of a crazy looking tongue. Why is it jabby like that? But then you also get the yellow and blue body, which is just a lot of really good colors, and they all work together really well. And then when we Mega Evolve, you still have all these same colors, but you also have a couple more colors, and the tongue gets jaggedy and crazier, and you have this giant bow tie looking, I guess just a tie, with the orange and green. But you also have a darker in the middle. Instead of that yellow, we have the darker blue that comes down into the regular blue. This is a really good shiny, and it's just a really good shiny Mega in my opinion. I made a short on this guy too. I hunted him pretty recently, just in a hyperspace. I like that Glamora wasn't even findable until the Champion's Ace. This really gave a great amount of mystery to this Pokemon. It's kind of reminiscent of Metagross in Gen 3, where Steven brings out a Metagross and you're like, whoa. But Glamora just doesn't have the same appeal to me as a Metagross does, clearly. The Mega Glamora is kind of lame as well. I don't really like the whole giant nose drill thing. I guess it is a drill, so I guess that makes sense. I do like the floating arms, though, that it's got going on, and I like the blue to blue-green color scheme as well. I hunted this guy in a hyperspace. Then we've got the Tatsugiris. Of course, these are all great. You've got the white one, you've got the orange one with the hat, and you have the striped orange one, the Nemo looking guy. And then we've got the Mega one that has all 3 on it, and they're longer. They're sushi. And I like this one a lot. The one dude even has caviar. The guy with the hat, he has a caviar hat. I like it. I got pretty lucky and got all 3 of these shiny in 2 hyperspaces, or maybe 3. I was trying to get Dendozo the whole time as well, and I just ended up with a bunch of Tatsugiri, which is okay because I wanted those as well, but I do have an alpha Dendozo now too. Pretty cool. Wish that guy got a Mega. And here is the last one on our tour. It's Baxcalibur. It's not a very different shiny, but I do like the little armbands he's got being pink. I think that's a nice little splash of color. Then we have the Mega, and it has the exact same color palette, which is perfectly okay on this guy because it's a subtle change anyway. I specifically hunted for this guy in a hyperspace for an alpha one, and this is notably non-alpha. So yeah, I guess that's really it. That was a long video, one of the longest videos I made on this channel. Here's the box tour, all of them in order. All of those missing spaces are shiny locked or legendaries that I just don't have. Thanks so much for watching, and subscribe.